I mean, I don't look at stuff on TV as segregated comedy or drama.
Right.
Like most things actually that are sold as comedies don't make me laugh. Like
Right.
I haven't watched a comedy movie that's really made me laugh. To me,
please, you didn't go see the Fockers movie? Come on.
Yeah, that's a movie made for you, Lou.
it's funny
That's made
because
for you.
Robert De Niro, his comedies are so bad, but his dramas are hilarious. To me, two of the funniest movies in history are Goodfellas and Raging Bull. Two hilarious movies, not sold as comedies. They're not supposed to be funny.
What was the last comedy you laughed at? Do you remember?
Fuck, I don't know. Maybe Dumb and Dumber.
Wow.
Like, that made me laugh just because of how dumb and dumber it was. Yeah, exactly. But other than that, I haven't really laughed at a lot of... sometimes I watch Family Guy on Netflix to fall asleep. Like, it's something that actually helps me fall asleep. And it makes me laugh really hard. But there's something... because it's a cartoon, I think it's just because it's cartoons put me to sleep. Because it's one-dimensional and it has...
Sure.
A sing-songy way of it. Family Guy has these voices that talk like, dang it, so it kind of puts me to sleep.
It's kind of funny actually, that you say that.
And I kind of hated it the first time I saw it because it's so jokey. But but I gave it a chance because you should
love the characters.
When you adjust to something you're not used to. That's what a lot of people just won't do that. They're like, this isn't what I am sure is already good. So I hate it.
This is not what I'm used to.
But if you make an adjustment, and actually if something's not what you're used to, then you might find a new thing to laugh at, which there's nothing better in life. And if Family Guy does that for me, it surprises me with a constant stream of jokes. And then I go to sleep.
You made a great point during the break when we were just chit-chatting. You said you like being surprised by things.
That's the best thing you can do.
Fuck yeah.
Is to find entertainment or humor or intrigue in a location of people's minds that they haven't found it before.
And it goes back to that poker scene you did, which Jim Norton's in and all the guys, where you guys are just busting each other's balls.
It starts as just and also because it was early in the season, I liked that people would be. I mean, I'm aware of the context of an episode now from having done. Lucky Louie taught me a lot as far as like just coming on TV all of a sudden, and what that means. So I knew people would be like, they'd start watching the poker scene, thinking, okay, so we're gonna once in a while see Louie and his buddies playing poker. This is an introduction, and they banter and they make gay jokes because that's just what fellas are like. And then that episode just stumbles into this fucked up territory, and then all of a sudden you're not laughing, and you're watching this guy talk about this thing, and then I make a joke in the middle of it, which is really inappropriate, and so it's wait a minute, am I supposed to be laughing at this or not?
Right.
And then it goes away. The episode isn't even about that, and we never saw that group of guys again.
I fucking hate you. I'll tell you why. Because you just explained what I thought. Like, okay, the poker...
Yeah, but hate's not the way to do it.
No, I hate Louie. But I thought you were going to keep going back. That would be a central thing of your show. Right. Absolutely. I bought into that. Like, okay, they're going to be doing poker every once in a while to just kind of have a little fun and beat each other
again.
up. And it never happened again.
No.
You surprised me with that.
We might in season 2 have another poker game. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
But you didn't have to go there again.
No, it didn't have to. And again,
other shows would have. Other shows would have.
Every show would have.
Well, there was some lines that were
every show would have done it.
Definitely.
You should have done something like we were playing cards and someone should have said liquor in the front, poker in the back, and just give you a little finger like that.
A little finger on the side.
Yeah, a little joke.
That would have been good. We'll come back and do that. No, and we didn't come back to it, and other shows would have been pressured by a network to. We love the poker, guys.
Please do more poker, right?
Let's hear.
Yeah, that's
what Eddie Brill has to say this week. Maybe he gets sad.
Yeah.
Oh, they would.
And not only would they do poker, but every episode, every poker scene would start with guys razzing each other and then getting serious. It would have happened over and over again.
Same exact way. God, they just know how to unfunny shit up.
There was originally a second scene to the poker thing, and we shot it and I didn't use it, which is that at the end, it was going to be kind of bookends, that at the end of the episode, I'm on stage, because I used to do the bits about the word faggot, cunt, and nigger. Like, that was my chunk of inappropriate words bits that I did then.
Inappropriate?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh.
A little bit. And so I do the poker thing to address the word faggot, and then you see me on stage doing my bit about nigger and the N, people saying N-word instead of nigger and that stuff. And then Hannibal Buress, who's in the poker scene, the black comedian, comes up to me and goes, hey, man, I see you banished faggot from your act, but you got nigger going strong. What's up with that? And I'm like, well, I don't mean it that way. He's like, yeah, no, I get it, but you know, I hear Rick say all this stuff. Do I have to now explain to you what nigger means? Does that, you know? And I'm like, geez, come on, man. And he's like, I'm just saying, if you're going to say nigger, say faggot. I mean, it's not fair. So we actually, we actually shot it and then didn't use it because the sound was shitty and just.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Otherwise, I probably would have kept it.
How great is that the network lets you say nigger and faggot though? Is in the right context. It's just great that they don't fucking bother you.
Well, they
nice.
The standards person at FX is really smart, and she calls me whenever we, you know. That poker scene was much dirtier at one point.
Really?
And John Landgraf, the FX president, called me and said that he loved the scene and that he wanted to put it early in the run so that it would get reviewed and it would be part of what people would notice about the show. He said, but it's too dirty. He said, if you want to keep it as dirty as it is, we have to bury it like 12 episodes deep.
Wow.
Because it was so, just cum, every other word, cum, suck cock up the ass, eat dicks, cum. And he said, if you can tone it down in just the amount of times you use those words, then and he said, but it's totally your choice. He said, I think it's worth it because then that episode will get, that's a weighty scene and it's worth doing. So I went through it to see if I could cut it down without hurting it. And I cut out like this part where I go, where I say, how come you have to wear shoes at the club? And Rick says, because the floor gets full of cum. And Nick DiPaolo goes, all right, we get it. And so I manufactured a cutoff where Rick goes, well, the floor gets full of, all right. And he cuts him off and doesn't let him say it.
Right.
I manufactured that in the editing and I realized, you know what, this is actually making the scene better.
Sure.
That Nick gets nervous enough about the stuff that stops it from being said. Yeah. And I used that way of cutting it down. I didn't have to cut out as much as I thought I would. And I showed it to Landgraf, and he said, we can do that. And I'm so glad we did, because that episode partly is the reason the show got notoriety.
And that scene's gone viral for you.
Yeah, and there's this website for gay people called AfterElton.com. It's a very big gay website. And they called me up, this guy called me up and said, well, I don't understand how this scene talking about gay people came from a straight guy. He's like, and he wanted to know how a straight person ends up with this point of view. Oh, maybe I'm gay. I don't know. I haven't sucked a dick yet. But hey, if I'm a closet gay, let me find out soon. I'm almost fucking 50. Get it out in the open so I can start taking advantage. But how awesome would that be? All of a sudden, open your fucking horizons by
at 50. You just go, fuck it.
To go, oh my god,
why not?
There's twice as many people I can fuck.
Why not? Apparently, that's exactly what was tweeted on my fucking Twitter yesterday.
Yeah,
it said for the new year, I'm going to try bi so I could double my choice out there because I had left my my iPad out and Keith.